Today we're going to learn about a very special Christian holiday called Lent. This is a video suggestion by my mum and Pem, which is my auntie, for helping me suggest this video. Thank you, Mum and Pem. What a great idea. What is Lent? So, what is Lent? Yeah? Watch the video to learn more.
Okay, I think we're ready. Do you know what day it is, Sasha?
Pancake Day!
Yeah, that's right. But the proper name for it is Shrove Tuesday.
Shrove Tuesday?
Yeah, and tomorrow is the start of Lent, the 40 days leading up to Easter, when we remember the Christian story of the temptation of Jesus.
What's that?
After Jesus' baptism, the Holy Spirit guided him into the wilderness, where he spent 40 days and 40 nights without food. The devil tried to tempt him to do things, for example, turn stones into bread to eat, but Jesus refused every time.
That sounds really hard.
It was. That's why we usually give up something for Lent, like sweets or fizzy drinks, to remember how Jesus resisted temptation. Do you know what the day after Pancake Day is called?
Biscuit Day?
No, silly. It's called Ash Wednesday. It's the first day of Lent. In many churches, the vicar will make the sign of the cross on people's foreheads with ashes. This symbolises that we feel sorry for any bad things we've done.
I didn't know that.
Now you do. Okay, go get Mum so you can make pancakes.
Yay!
Wow, that video was very good. Thanks to the video, we can learn so much. My bad. Oh no. Thanks to the video we just watched, we can learn about Lent even more. So what is Lent? So now that we watched the video, Now that we watched the video about Lent, which is 1 minute and 43 seconds, we're going to discuss amazing facts all about Lent. Lent is the period of 6 weeks, 40 days, not including Sundays, leading up to Easter, the most important festival in the Christian calendar. Lent starts on Ash Wednesday. The last week of Lent is called Holy Week. Can you say Holy Week? Holy Week. Holy Week is the last week of Lent. When is Lent? In 2025, Lent begins on Wednesday, the 5th of March, and it ends on Thursday, the 17th of April. So in 4 days' time, Lent will end. Lent will end this Thursday. So the last day of Lent is this Thursday. Thursday, the 17th of April, 2025. Lent is an Old English word meaning lengthen. Lent is observed in spring when the days begin to get longer. What is the story of Lent? Well, Jesus went into the desert to fast and pray before beginning his work for God. Jesus was tempted several times by Satan. You know that evil snake, clever snake that tricked Adam and Eve to eat the food in the Garden of Eden? Satan the snake tricked Jesus, like for example, turning pebbles to bread to eat, but Jesus refused every time. Jesus was tempted several times by Satan, but was able to resist. Lent allows Christians to remember Jesus fasting in the desert. It was 40 days and 40 nights. That's a long time. Jesus was starving and had no food. Jesus had no food, so he had to be in the desert to fast and pray to his Father, which is God, because Jesus is the Son of God. It is a time of giving things up and a test of self-discipline. There are many foods that some Christians do not eat in Lent, such as meat and fish, fats, eggs, and milky foods. Some Christians just give up something they really enjoy, such as cakes or chocolate. We need to fill in the missing words, so this is an activity. Fill in the missing words. Fill in the gaps with some simple facts about Lent. Jesus fasted for 40 days, didn't he? The devil tempted Jesus to turn stones into bread, didn't he? The day before Lent begins is called... Can you remember what it is? I think it's going to be Shove Week. Let's check the answers. Oh, we don't know this bit. We know these, but let's just skip the activity because we need to get Lent. Because we need to learn more about Lent. How is Lent celebrated? Shrove Tuesday. Oh, let's try again, yeah? Let's try again. We'll go back to the activity. I'm sorry that I said the date because we're not on that yet. We need to fill the activity. So Jesus fasted for 40 days and nights. Then the devil tempted Jesus to turn stones into bread, which is Satan the snake, the evil and clever snake, who tricked Adam and Eve to eat the garden, tricked Adam and Eve to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden, which disobeyed God and they brought sin to the world. The day before Lent is called Shrove Tuesday. The first day of Lent is called Ash Wednesday. We did it! We got them all right. We're going to reward ourselves with some pancakes. Maybe we're going to do some pancakes later. We need to learn about Lent. No time for pancakes. So how is Lent celebrated? How is Lent celebrated? Yeah, we need to find out how is Lent celebrated. Shrove Tuesday is the day before Lent starts. In Western Christian churches, the day before Lent starts is Shrove Tuesday. This is also known as Pancake Day. Pancake Day was Tuesday, the 4th of March, so it was a day before Lent, before the first day of Lent. And it will end this Thursday. Wednesday was traditionally the last chance to use up the food Christians would not be eating during Lent. Ash Wednesday. On Ash Wednesday, many Christian churches hold several. My bad. Ash Wednesday. On Ash Wednesday, which was Wednesday the 5th of March, many Christian churches hold services during which Christians are marked on the forehead with a cross of ashes. This is a sign of saying sorry to God for any wrongdoing. Here is a picture of Lent. Lent in pictures. The Oni Pancake Race. Have you ever heard of the Oni Pancake Race? I never heard of that day before. I never heard of that event before. So the Oni Pancake Race. We never heard of that event before. Each year, women from the town of Olney in Buckinghamshire race through the streets, tossing pancakes in a frying pan. Children from local schools take part in their own races. The Royal Strutive Football Game. The Royal Strutive Football Game is held. The Royal Shrovetide football match is held every year in the town of Ashburn in Derbyshire. It is held over 2 days from Shrove Tuesday to Ash Wednesday. Many hundreds of people play in the match. The goals are nearly 5 kilometres apart. Ash Wednesday, the most famous day on the first day of Lent. Ash Wednesday is the beginning of Lent. This picture shows Catholic worshippers at a mass in Washington, D.C., the capital city of the United States. Their foreheads are marked with crosses of black ash. You can see the ashes on their heads right here. So that picture is Catholics worshipping at a mass in Washington, D.C., the capital city of the United States, one of the most powerful countries in the world. We're not talking about the United States. Back to Lent. Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday. This refers to the beginning of Lent and the last chance for people to eat rich, fatty foods. Mardi Gras is celebrated in many places, most famously in New Orleans in the USA. Here, people and parade floats. Here, people and parade floats fill the streets of the city. That's in New Orleans. Carnival of Venice. The Carnival of Venice in Italy is held each year on Shrove Tuesday. The history of the carnival stretches back over 800 years. That's a really long time ago. The history stretches back over 800 years. That's way long ago. There are many traditions associated with it, such as the elaborate colourful masks and costumes that carnival goers wear. And the final one, Rio Carnival. It's Rio Carnival actually, my bad for saying this word wrong. It's Rio Carnival. A carnival is held every year in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil, before Lent begins. So this took place in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Many thousands of people parade through the streets in colourful costumes to the sound of loud samba music. The largest parade is held in a specially built Summerone, which can seat over 90,000 people. That's a lot of people. Thinking points. Thinking points about Lent. Have a look at the thinking points below. You can discuss them with somebody else if you want to. There are no right or wrong answers, so remember to be respectful if somebody else has a different thought or opinion. Here are some questions. 1. Why do you think Christians take time to think deeply about their faith during Lent? How can it help them? 2. During Lent, Christians pray, fast, and help others. How do you think this helps them to think more about others? 3. Christians believe praying can help people with their problems. What are your thoughts about prayer when we are in trouble? Yeah. Christians believe praying can help people with their problems. What are your thoughts about prayer when we are in trouble? Okay. We are going to do a quiz on Lent. So we are going to do a quiz on what we have learned all about Lent in this video. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Quizzing on Lent, starting now. Why is Lent important to Christians? The answer is to remember Jesus fasting in the desert. Some more information. Christians celebrate Lent to remember Jesus fasting in the desert. It is a time of giving things up and a test of self-discipline. Next question. What is Pancake Day called? We watched this video earlier, so I think we should memorize this. The answer is Shrove Tuesday. Pancake Day is known as Shrove Tuesday. This day was traditionally the last chance to use up the foods Christians would not be eating during Lent. Yep, this day was traditionally the last chance to use up the foods Christians would not be eating during Lent. Question 3. Ash Wednesday is a way of saying sorry to God for any wrongdoing. The answer is true. Ash Wednesday is a way of saying sorry to God for any wrongdoing. That was Wednesday the 5th of March. It was the first day. It was the first day of Lent. Question 4. How long did Jesus go without food? The answer is 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus went 40 days and 40 nights without food. Oh, Jesus was so hungry that long ago. 40 days and 40 nights, that's a long time. I can't believe Jesus was fasting and praying in the desert for that long until Satan, the evil and clever snake, tricked Jesus to turn pebble into bread so he could eat. But luckily, Jesus refused all times. We did it! We got 4 out of 4 on the quiz on Lent. Well done! Now we're going to do pancakes. Pancakes pancakes became associated with Shrub Tuesday as they were a simple meal that could use up all the eggs, fats and milk in the house with just the addition of flour. Shruv comes from the verb to shrive, which means to confess sins. Make your own pancakes. So cool! Why not print this recipe at home? Then you can make your pancake at home. Print this recipe. Print this recipe at home so you can make your pancakes at home. Tuck in. Where next? Easter holiday pack. So cool. Thank you so much for watching this video on Lent. We hope you learned a lot of new things. We hope it was informative, helpful and inspirational, and I hope you've learned a lot of new interesting facts about this famous Christian holiday, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks.